Hi guys, this is Rita, also known as ribkaDory, and in this video I'm making the Meet the Artist challenge. Here is the version from 2017 and I decided to update it to the current one. And I'm gonna speak a little bit about myself, because I thought that since some of you probably don't know me, it would be good to tell about me a bit more. I'm from Russia. Right now I live in St. Petersburg, but actually I'm from the northeast of Russia and I'm Asian. I'm from a small city called Yakutsk, but I've been living in St. Petersburg for 12 years now, and I've been drawing for the same amount of time, because since I moved here I started drawing and I never stopped. Yeah, so I started drawing in 2008. It started out as just a hobby because I was very bored while I was living with my brother and we shared one laptop. So while he was using it, I was drawing. I started drawing pencil portraits. Usually it was like people I admired or listened to their music, and I drew a lot of Jared Leto and Jonas Brothers and just random people from the internet with pretty faces. Yeah. And then about 9 months later, I bought my first tablet, which was Wacom One, I believe, and I discovered digital drawing. I signed in on DeviantArt and I met a lot of artists that inspired me, and we are friends now, actually. Back then I drew a lot of Percy Jackson fan art, maybe some Harry Potter. I also made a lot of original characters back then, but Percy Jackson was the most popular, I guess. I had a group of friends on DeviantArt. Some of them were also from Russia, some of them from Ukraine, and we drew a lot of Percy Jackson fan art together. It kind of inspired me and kept me drawing. A lot of feedback made me draw more and more. Back then my style was more cartoony, and of course I was self-taught. I never attended any classes. So yeah, it was mostly looking at other artists' styles and trying to do something with my own style. But then I started listening to My Chemical Romance a lot, and I drew a lot of fan art, obviously, a lot of killjoys, and my style kind of moved more towards realistic, but it was semi-realistic because I had a lot of flat colored portraits, but with realistic proportions. And then in 2012, I made friends with an artist from USA. Her name is Crystal Curtis. Hi, Crystal. And we made together a band which consisted of our OCs. So we had 5 handsome guys and I was really inspired by her style. And again, I decided that my style should be more cartoony, and I wasn't very pleased with my realistic approach. So I moved back to more animated-like proportions. And then I discovered Deadpool. I've never read comic books before, and I was really inspired by an artist which goes by the nickname Creature13 on DeviantArt. So her style is very angular and she has very heavy line art and very dynamic poses. So yeah, I drew a lot of Deadpool, but I actually was more into Spideypool, and it was kind of a long phase for me. Then in 2014, I got my first job, which was actually really great because I wanted to study animation in Canada, but They denied me visa 2 times, so I decided to study here in St. Petersburg, and I just took digital art classes. But the owner of the course saw my works and asked me, why the hell are you studying here, because you're already pretty advanced for this course. Yeah, so he hired me and I worked there for 3 years. And since I met a lot of people there with very different styles, very different approaches, I was influenced by them, obviously. And again, my style turned more realistic. It was more rendered, and I kind of got lost in it for a bit. But then in 2017, I decided to quit my job. I wanted to be a freelance artist. And since 2017, I am a freelance artist. And I've been drawing more commissions for these past 3 years. And it's kind of hard to experiment when you do commissions. So I got a bit stuck. So I decided to try something new, and it is videos. It actually inspires me to move forward, and I hope that it will continue inspiring me and will keep the drive for drawing. And the what's in my bag part. Usually the essentials are my passport, keys, wallet, phone, headphones, and my public transport card. I don't know how it's called in English. And yeah, and I always take some tissues with me. And since it's coronavirus pandemic right now, I obviously have an antiseptic and a mask with me all the time. And also I take some painkillers with me just in case. Also my glasses, because it's summer and my eyes start watering whenever it's too sunny, so sunglasses is indeed needed. And of course I have a mirror with myself, some chapstick, chewing gum, and a pen, just in case I need to write something down. And I really like my backpack, which is actually from a kids collection. It has firefighters' trucks with some bricks on it. And I also like it because it's not very big. So now let's talk about what I like and what I dislike. The first one are animated films, and I've been a fan of my animated films since I was a kid, and it was always a joy for me. The second one, miniskirts and dresses. Yeah, I am really into the 40s, 50s, 60s kind of style for my clothing. Then goes musicals. Obviously, I love music, but musical is something that just takes a special place in my heart. Plants and crafting. I've got more into plants since I moved into my own apartment and I wanted to make it more cozy. And for the last year or so, I've been collecting plants. Crafting is something that I always liked to do since I was a teenager. I love doing things with my hands. I love knitting. I love sewing. I love building furniture. I love doing pretty much anything and everything. And the last one is oats. I love my oats in the morning. Then the dislikes. Early mornings. Obviously, I hate waking up early because I am a person of the night. Fish. I'm not really into fish. The only way I can eat fish is sushi. But here in Russia, sushi is filled with so much more fillings than just fish, so I barely taste it. Calling people. Yeah, I would rather text. Just please don't call me. hot weather. Since I was born on the north, I don't really tolerate hot weather very well. I just it's just too hot. I can't do anything when it's hot. And along with hot weather goes being tan. I don't mind people tanning, I don't mind other people being tan, but I prefer my skin being a little bit on the fair side. And the last one, being late. I don't like being late because it makes me nervous. I think that people is waiting for me and it stresses me out. So if it's possible, I would rather be early than being late. And this is it. Now you know a little bit more about me. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sticking around, and I'll see you next time. Bye!